Now that I'm stoned, they all can leave me alone. Now that I'm stoned, I can handle all the chaos and tormental. Now that I'm stoned, I am more in love. Now that I am stoned, I know that I'm never alone. Closer to my mind, not of others' thoughts, only of mine. Now that I'm stoned, the words flow easy with creativity, keeps my mind busy. Mixed with the music, makes the picture and the words come alive. Now that I'm stoned with the voice, the story comes out. Now that I'm stoned, I can be or not be. Not real, only real to me. All that matters is that I am free. Free to be whatever I dream to be. Who I am, who I live, what they wear, the color of their hair, their eyes, if I love them or hate them, whatever it may be, I don't care. I am me, now that I'm stoned. I am ready. Ready for the unexpected. As the unloading of the canoes from the old rusty cars, hoping I don't fall on my ass down the steep hill to the river. Looking ahead, seeing clearer than I did yesterday, to see where I went wrong, not going down river again. With only my canoe and my paddle and my two hands, with all against me, the water not being my friend. Paddling the current, how long it's been, all the while watching for rocks and fallen trees. Floating, you must know how to swim, just in case you fall in. You're never safe when you're in the hands of Mother Nature's domain. All the same, never tame, never quiet, wild and rough. You know when to see the rush of the white water flowing. Good thing of the orange life coat flowing. As you bail the boat, what started out as fun, the Kennebec outdoes. What is supposed to take only a few hours takes 8, almost drowning, saving a young man that couldn't swim. On the second largest river, it's a blessing they didn't let the dam out today, on the 4th of July day. To live to fight another day, how fitting the date. Free to say, I survived the Kennebec without drowning today. All that was lost today with glasses. So instead of driving, I can't with no glasses. Guesses, Andre's nephew, the chauffeur. The black Cadillac canoes, seating all 7. Just in time, the sun is setting. After a short to be, very long turned out. Today not taming, but the Kennebec taming me. The day in Solon, Maine, a beautiful sight of a cabin and the campfire light by the mighty river's edge. We made it, all 7 of my friends, in the Kennebec canoes in 1925. All I had was love, even when I got pushed or shoved. All I had was love, when I was being made fun of, wearing glasses, not knowing the answer, being picked on anyway in classes. All I have is love, being told I'll never amount to nothing. Just a foster kid lost in the system. Even when I had no mom and dad, all I had was love. Asking to carry your bags to your car, to asking how you are. All I had was love. All I have to give is a hug and a few words saying it's all gonna be alright. All I had was love. The call I took in the early morning, scared, upset, and the call in the afternoon, not knowing what to do. Car being taken by the bank, no money to pay. All I had was love. A man with no job and no income, getting the job done. All he had was love. The hardest thing to do is to trust your inner self in you. This trust will never fail you. What you thought time and time again, you thinking you know more than it. And it happens, oops, I did it again, when what you thought was right. How many times in a day must you contemplate, second guessing the much higher plan? Clark Kent without his glasses, if only I could understand. Clark Kent is just a man. He is Superman without his glasses. And tonight, shut up and just get in the truck. There will be no fight. And don't answer the text or your phone. Let the world leave you alone. Trust this is right. It might keep you out of jail tonight. There is no magic pill. All there is free will. There are many humbling sequences of events happening in the United States and around the world. This is just the tip of the iceberg. History has been rewritten and changed and controlled to control the human race. Now there is a race for the AI robots to completely control humans. There's a forever chemical poisoning the water systems and anything we try to grow, essentially eliminating the humans by starving them to death or either killing them with this forever chemical. This forever chemical has been used in Vietnam and many other wars throughout history by spraying into the air and contaminating it, and for the long term, getting its name, the forever chemical. Aircrafts forming chem lines and other names, chemtrails. Seeing for your own eyes white lines in the sky, this too affected on the weather. They are controlling the rain and how much it rains or little, all a military weapon of war. By doing this, they can control the human race, psychologically taking away the sun by clouding up the skies, causing depression. MK Ultra, HARP, all military mass as weapons of destruction, being used upon the human race unknowingly. This, the greatest act of tyranny the human race has ever seen. So see clearly what the deep state and and the shadow governments have been doing. Too much of this is making more sense, falling outside the lines. Where is my grandfather flying today? Sitting down by the bay. A cool light breeze flows on my back and neck, sends goosebumps and shivers on my body. Had a sense we'd be meeting here today on this grand, most beautiful summer day. You and I would have never missed for anything. Overlooking the breakwater a mile out sets the lighthouse that's seen its fair share of different weather. Glad it's a good one today. We have no clouds in the sky to hide the bright warmth of the sun. Two fellows fishing, lots of people walking on the solid path with smells of patches of pink and red wild roses. While sitting on my granite slab watching the tides and the time to catch the waves splashing off the rocks. A man and a boy telling stories of adventures, Dr. Hook, Peter Pan, of lost treasures lost in Neverland. On the beach, no track of time, with each other with no cares if anyone's watching. Lost in themselves, and only of the attraction of each other reminds us of days with my grandfather. Opportunities creating blessings, blessings creating gratitude for sharing his wisdom and knowing years later, me and my grandson here, walking, lost in an abundance of wisdom, and always learning from memories of one's past, keeping traditions alive. Today, passing on to my grandson, wisdom from his granddad. You only wanted me here just to make me feel unwelcome, because negative energy gets more attention. Your ignorance of your own negative energy let you forget there is a higher power you neglect to admit. Every man will have to answer to its own actions. The biggest mistake a man makes, they always let the devil lead the way, leading them with money, sex, and drugs, tormenting you in believing this is the American white picket fence, letting jealousy and conjuring by what someone's eating or how they pray, what they practice, or what they preach. Realizing all an allegory of one's manifestations, and to their own life, not mine. I will leave you be with the devil and his minions, for I stand in the darkness, holding my own torch, walking alone, a path doing what is right, with my source, love, that always welcomes me. So I choose love over the unwelcome you, where there is less attention, not making fun, or telling dishonest lies, just love with passion and feeling, with every word being perfectly picked for what I see as my American dream. And it's more than just a white picket fence. My white picket fence will be freshly painted.
I see the lights, they're burning bright, neon colors in the night. We're chasing dreams.
This story has far greater meaning. This story's more than just being about a young boy lost. This is about a young boy lost, but sent here for a greater purpose. A greater purpose than himself. His choice, once again, to show by example a boy with the will and the soul to never die. The boy with a label on him. The boy at a very young age with greater responsibility. A boy who saved lives at the age of 10. This boy that saved his best friend. Falling into the cold brook, not knowing how to swim. A miracle this one boy did. This boy has a gift. This boy that had to be a parent. Lost, scared, didn't know what to do. This boy is cooking food, changing diapers, and getting his brothers ready for school. They only had each other, these boys with no parents. How did this boy know what to do? This boy every day prayed for a miracle. This boy was being guided by divine love. 4 boys with no parents, not knowing what love was. In 1988, December 23rd, this boy's prayers were heard. 4 boys be taken in by love, a foster home with 2 souls of the sound of music. Both music teachers, and already they're aging 60s. This was really a miracle. Why in the hell would these people do this? My thoughts ran out of my body. This was the first time in my new bed, in my room that was all mine. I didn't have to clean or cook or change diapers. I thought to myself, maybe I can be a kid. Never feeling completely comfortable, knowing the greater challenge ahead. A new school for the 8th time, now the age of 10. Knowing I am a foster kid seemed far worse, knowing that I needed to protect my brothers. Just a new battle this boy had to deal with. There is nothing this boy couldn't do. This boy will fight to the end. For himself and his brothers, this boy is a brother in arms, with love far greater than any power known to man. A boy with parents, and a boy never knowing what love was. How did this boy turn out? This boy is me. I still don't know what love is, but I know what it not to be. Love found me. In the fall of '73, lost, alone, and lonely, smelling like a brewery, cold and wet. Barely made it to my room, so drunk I was seeing too. No home of my own, the devil's spirit is my only love. Misery loves company, love is never excluded. Love turns to darkness with the company of the devil's spirits. Now with no wife and no kids, just the devil's job to carry my habits. A place to stay, not knowing too, the devil's inn being my last home. The Rutland Inn at 2 a.m. I came stumbling into a party of young college kids. Paid no mind, straight to bed, already drunk and pissed my pants. You would think I was getting too old for this. I'm afraid the spirit has its talons already too deeply in. Passing out in bed to never wake in his body again. Going down in history as the once great Rutland Inn did. Before the fall of 73, as it burns to the ground, with my grandfather nowhere to be found. Only ashes remain of a man, of his 4 kids, and his wife. Nobody wins. Not him, or the kids, or his poor wife. What if things could have been different? What if my father treated me differently, not as his father did to him? I am grateful I didn't turn out like neither one of them. What is it I needed to understand more about people and of the man? Where is the reasons I don't understand? It seems lost in this life with no love and trust. Do you really think this is the way the world must be? I don't understand it. Why do I feel lost and alone, and feeling I'm the only one that thinks this can all be fixed? I see it in my mind's eye, a far better place. I've been doing some soul searching, marching to the beat of a different drum. Knowing and feeling one day, sitting in the moonlight at a hot summer night, just me and my thoughts. I'm here to ask questions and give thanks. At the end of the day, you filled my heart with sadness, so I could feel your presence when you take all my pain and my misunderstandings. Erasing my troubled mind is what you do. Fill my life with gladness, taking away all my sadness and all my misunderstanding hate. Thought I needed to know I put no one else above you. You're in my soul, you're in me. We are one and the same, never separated. Always together. All is one, you and me. You erase my troubles, is what you do. I give thanks for all you do. You know who I'm talking to. Sometimes we cry and rejoice. Sometimes we cry in happiness. Sometimes we will. Sometimes we won't. Sometimes we'll want to give up. Sometimes we need to eat humble pie. Sometimes better to leave no words said. Go deep, deeper into your mind and soul. You have a key that will always let you in. Sometimes